It really is that damn TV, Everybody knows it. Many people don't want to admit it, but deep down, everybody knows it. The TV has been the centerpiece of our homes and our lives for decades. It was initially supposed to be a source of entertainment, a way to unwind, a window to the world. But what it's become is something weird. It's far more complicated than that. And frankly, harmful. A lot of people don't truly understand the magnitude of the problems the TV has created or simply enhanced. I want to bring you some self-awareness on this. You might disagree, you might agree, but I guarantee by the end of this, you will look at TV completely differently, or at least see what you already feel in a new light. Really sit with the fact that we've become obsessed with something that is quietly destroying us. When we were kids, not everyone had a TV. It was a luxury, a status symbol. The TV was often black and white, a big box that sat in the corner of the living room or the center of it. And families would gather around it for special shows or events. It was something precious, something to be shared and savored. Back then, the TV was limited. There were only a few channels, a handful of shows, and you had to wait for your favorite program to come on at a specific time. It was an event, not a constant background noise. Fast forward to what we have today, and almost every house now has a TV. Some homes have TVs in every room: the living room, the bedroom, kitchen, even surprisingly, the bathrooms. It's not just the traditional TV anymore. It's now become digital. It's smart. It connects to the internet. You can watch anything you want anytime. Endless movies, shows, documentaries, news, and so forth. All available 24/7 in a day. This explosion of choice and availability sounds like a good thing, isn't it? More options, more entertainment. But here's the catch. With endless content comes endless consumption. The TV is no longer a special event. It's become a constant companion, often running in the background, even when no one is paying attention or particularly watching. This shift has changed how we live. The TV went from being a rare treat to a default habit. It's there when we eat, when we relax, when we get bored, and even when we are trying to sleep. It fills the silence. But it also fills our time with passive consumption. And while the smart TV offers incredible convenience and access, it also makes it easier to lose hours without even noticing it. The endless scrolls of streaming platforms, autoplay features, and personalized recommendations are designed to keep you watching longer and longer. So what was once a symbol of status and connection has quietly become a tool that can disconnect us from ourselves, from each other, and from the real world around us. TV was not created to ruin us. It was created to entertain, to inform, to connect us with stories and ideas. But now, it's become a tool that keeps us trapped in a cycle of passive consumption. A cycle that drains our time, our energy, and our ability to truly live. If the world already has enough addiction and distractions, TV has taken a prime spot on that list. It's one of the greatest escapes we now have, sure, but it's also one of the greatest ways to disconnect from ourselves and from real life. Think about it in this way. How many hours do you spend in front of the TV in a day? How many times have you sat there and said just to watch one episode? And suddenly, it's 3 hours later. The endless stream of shows, movies, news, and ads is designed to keep you hooked. There's always something next, always something new, always something to keep your eyes glued to the screen. And it's not just about time wasted. TV has rewired our brains. It's conditioned us to expect constant stimulation, to crave instant gratification, to avoid boredom at all costs. The real world, with its slower pace, its unpredictability, its quiet moments, suddenly feels dull in comparison. You might defend the TV for whatever reason, saying, I watch my favorite shows, I learn from documentaries, I stay informed with the news. And yes, some of that is true. Maybe 10% of what you actually watch is genuinely good for you. Maybe it inspires you, educates you, or helps you relax. But what about the other 90%? That's just junk food for your mind. It's filler, noise, distraction. And here's the thing, we tell ourselves stories to justify it. I'm connected, I'm informed, I'm entertained. But deep down, a big part of it is fear. Fear of missing out, fear of being bored, fear of facing ourselves without the constant noise. TV plays on our insecurities. The people behind the shows, the ads, the news, They all profit from our attention, our fears, and our desires. Why do you think there is so much negativity, so much drama, so much division? Because it keeps you watching. It keeps you hooked. We've gotten so used to consuming things that are bad for us that we do not even question it anymore. We scrutinize the little things, but we never question the hours we lose every week to the TV. We wonder why our lives feel stuck, why nothing changes. Maybe it's because we keep doing the same thing again and again, watching the same things and staying in the same loop. The screen has become the enemy. It's stepped between us and real life. It's made us passive and made us compare ourselves to fictional characters and perfect lives that don't exist. Everyone wants to be seen and heard. That's human nature. But TV doesn't see you. TV doesn't hear you. It just keeps talking at you, showing you what someone else out there wants you to see. And we sit there night after night, letting it fill the silence, reclaiming your life. I remember when we were younger, TV was there, but it wasn't everything. We played outside, we got dirty, we got tired, we got real life experiences. We talked to each other face to face. We lived life, the real life. Now, for many, the TV is the background noise, the default companion that never goes away. And here is a paradox. The TV connects us to stories and people, but at the same time, it also isolates us. It replaces real conversations with scripted ones. It replaces emotions, real emotions, with manufactured drama. It replaces experiences with passive watching. But here's the good news. We still have the power to change this. We can choose to turn off the TV. We can choose to reclaim our time and to reclaim our minds. It's not easy. Nobody said it was. The TV is designed to pull you back in. It's loud, it's tempting, it's familiar. But imagine what happens when you step away, when you turn it off. When you turn off the screen and look around, when you listen to the sounds outside your window, when you pick up a book or a guitar or a paintbrush or a spoon and do the cooking, when you have a real conversation with a friend, when you just sit quietly with your own thoughts, that's where the life happens. That's where growth happens. That is where peace is found. I'm not saying in any way TV is evil. TV, it's a tool, and like any tool, it can be used well or poorly. But if you feel stuck, if you feel drained, if you feel like your life is passing you by, maybe it's time to rethink your relationship with the screen again. Challenge yourself. Try a day without TV, then two, then a week. Notice how your mind feels. Notice how your body feels. Notice how your relationships change. You might find boredom at first. You might feel weird and strange, but that's just how your brain recalibrates. Give it time. You might eventually find peace, joy, and yourself in the process. Because there's more to life than the next episode, the next news cycle, the next commercial break. There's a whole world out there waiting for you to live it. So if you take anything from this, take this. The screen is not your friend. It's a distraction. It's a thief of time and energy. But you hold the power. You can put down the remote. You can turn off the TV. You can step back into your life. And when you do, you might just find that life is richer, deeper, and more beautiful than any show could ever offer.